Good afternoon from Abu Dhabi. Very pleased to welcome Mr. Philippe Maillard, Group CEO of the big multinational group Apave. Thank you very much. Today you are here in Abu Dhabi. I believe you were in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
It's a big global group, very well known usually in France and Europe.
Yes.
What about this part of the world? What is the message today in the Middle East?
Well, we have a long history. We were born 150 years ago, working around managing risk, helping our customers to do their job safely. And in the last 3 to 5 years, we have decided to expand internationally, to try to keep this development around this management of risk.
Yes.
And it's true that we have changed our footprint of operations in the Middle East. We have grown from a very small base to now more than 1,000 employees in the Middle East in global, including UAE and Saudi Arabia, but also Qatar. And we want to keep accompanying our customers in the region in this topic of risk management.
For the coming basically period, globally and regionally, what are the main focus points that you will be focusing on? Basically, in terms of business, of course.
You know, in fact, we are in a world that does not accept uncertainty. We want to be reassured. We want to know that the building in which we work, in which we live, is safe. We want to be aware that the water we are consuming is okay. We want to be in an environment that is safe.
Transportation as well.
Transportation safe. So in fact, there is a need for companies like us providing what as trust party company. Independent third party providing services to reassure customers. And we do that with inspection activities or testing activities, certification activities, and to build and to contribute, in fact, in the build of trust around where we live, what we consume, what we live in.
The GCC are trying hard to align their policies with the EU, European Union, and you as a multinational company with a big heritage, how are you contributing to this part of the world?
Well, as we have grown and we've got now talented and experienced teams here, we can also share with them and with the local authorities our experience from, I would say, other territories, other regions. That's part of being, I would say, local and global. Being local, we've got the teams here, they know the environment.
They are covering water, they are covering air.
So water, air, construction, soil, I would say very typical and very important topic. But when there is new legislation that is under consideration, we can contribute, and we are happy to contribute, sharing experience on how it is done in Italy, in France, or in Spain, to help the authorities to build and to define their policies. And that's probably one of our role. And we've been doing that in France for many, many years. And now that we are more international, we want to do that also.
There are now new sectors emerging in this part of the world, in the Gulf. We are seeing train, for example, across the UAE, the Etihad Rail, and also across the GCC as a whole. We are also seeing more and more talks about wind farms, indoor and on surface. And what can you provide in this regard?
Well, the energy sector at large, going from the oil and gas traditional important sector towards renewables, including nuclear. We've got a long experience, not only in France. So again, we can share. We've got experts in that field. We've got experiences. We can share what is happening in other countries and participate and contribute. And by the way, we are already intervening in the Baraka power plant here in Abu Dhabi. And we want to do more. We can keep accompanying locally and globally. That's the combination of being
that's exactly in terms
and
of partnerships and all that. In terms of wind, do you think that it's coming to the Middle East?
Well, I'm not totally familiar with all the details of what is under consideration.
How can you contribute to make it happen?
We can,
because they are key. They are to diversify their portfolio.
We can contribute in explaining what is good for developing the projects, what should be put in place for favoring the development of wind projects, what we can do in terms of ensuring that they will be developed, I would say, in safe conditions, in the right conditions. To all of that, we can contribute. And again, we've got teams doing that in United States, in Spain, in France.
How can your services basically help securing green funding and blue funding for companies?
Well, we are not directly...
In terms of certification, this is very, very important.
Yes.
What can you offer?
What we can offer is to demonstrate or confirm or certify that the energy that is generated is green, that the use of the power is coming from green energy. So this is the type of services we can deliver to provide certificates, testing that the energy is green, that it has been...
What is your system, basically, the methodology to develop the certification process within your company, which is very, very strong?
It comes with expertise, experts that we train internally. So we recruit either young engineers and we train them all along their life, or we recruit experts that we keep maintaining as experts. And these experts, they participate and they support the local teams, or they support the regulation, or they respond to customers' requests.
What is your strategy for knowledge sharing? Previously, this part of the world, they used to go to the West, basically, and get knowledge. Now, they are focusing more on knowledge sharing, vice versa, and especially here, developing the local talents, including women, for example, and all that. What is your strategy to support them?
Well, we fully understand the need of, I would say, a right balance between local and global. So here we would be more than happy to help develop training centers. We are very familiar with them, technical training centers, to ensure that the training of people, of workers is done here. We can do that. There are some discussion around that. We can do some, we can help build blended learning solutions, and to facilitate this balance between what should be done locally and what can be done internationally.
Mr. Maillard, thank you very much for being with us today. And hopefully we can see you at other events across the region and in France.
Thank you.